Hey everyone, Keros here, and in this video I'm going to show you guys exactly, as you guys can see, how I made $60,000 with this product, this shoe right here, and a full case study. I'm going to go through everything from A to Z, so stay tuned guys with all of this value that I'm going to share. So yeah, you better take notes. Anyways, this brand was called footpierce.com, and I'm going to tell you guys, of course, everything and the ups and downs. As you guys can see in this my dashboard here, we had the highs and then the lows, and I'm gonna go through everything. So let's go. First and foremost, I sold this shoe and I marketed it towards diabetic old men with diabetic neuropathy or plantar fasciitis, which is like this painful foot condition. So it's a very specific pain point for older men. And so how did I find it? I found it in Facebook ad library, as you guys can see. And yes, there's multiple ways to search for products on Facebook ad library. But what I like to do is basically use, of course, the filtering system. So for the sake of this video, I'm also gonna show you guys. So you search up Facebook ad library, you search for relevant keywords like free shipping, for example, search for free shipping, and then you can set it to active only and English video only. So here's the filters. Languages only English, because most like non-serious advertisers, they use like these other languages, so we only want to set it to English. And then active ads, of course, and I like to do like go forward 2 weeks, because these last 2 weeks of active ads, like usually they aren't proven to work yet, and we want them to at least be active for 2 weeks, because nobody will let the winning ad active, so nobody will turn off a winning ad. So that's why I like to go back 2 weeks, and then you just apply, and you will start to see products, like this brand, for example, just to give an example. So some other honorable mentions, product research methods that I like to use apart from the Facebook ad library are Kalo data, which is basically I'm about to sneeze, bro. Shit. Anyways, Kalo data, which is basically this tool, this app, which has all of the TikTok Shop products. So you can basically see the revenue for the past 30 days for specific TikTok Shop products and all the creators and etc. So it's a super good way to find products that are untapped and essentially bring these products from TikTok Shop over to Meta Ads, which is basically the platform that we want to advertise on. And then also your regular TikTok and Instagram burner. For example, what I mean by that is basically, optimizing, creating a new account on TikTok and Instagram, and just search for dropshipping products like TikTok made me buy it, and you just start watching through product videos, and soon your FYP will be optimized to only show you products. So that's how I found this product, basically, on Facebook ad library. And now you have you know where to go and find the product, but that's 50%. The other 50% is like, why did I pick it? So first of all, this is a non-negotiable, good margins, and at least 3 to 5 times the markup. So let's say I found this product on AliExpress for around $16, and that means that I have to sell it for at least 3 times. So let's say 16 is close to 15. So 15 times 3, I have to sell it for at least, $45 then, at least. Obviously, the higher the price, the better, the more profit. And this is my website, footpierce.com. You guys can see here, just search up. And I'm selling it for 50 pounds, which is maybe like $60. But yeah, I will go into the pricing structure as well later on. But first of all, good margins, of course. So if you don't have the margins, just don't sell the product. It won't work. And once you've check that. The second thing is, of course, proven concept. And this is my competitor, essentially, ConfoFeed. And they're selling the exact same product, as you guys can see. And people, gurus often say, like, you gotta sell a product that nobody has ever seen before, and you're the first one to market it. It is good advice, but for beginners, that's not recommended because you're still new, and it's much easier to just pick something that's already working and that's validated and go with that. And because it's already validated, that means that it's already demand for the product, and you just have to be a better marketer. People already want to spend money on the product. Now you just gotta convince them to pay you. And a tool that I like to validate the products and how well they're doing. This tool isn't 100% accurate, but it's an estimate. Is to use Shop Hunter, and I want to see that the store is doing at least 3K a day. And in this case, it was 26K a day, which is well above that, which tells me that they are printing. And keep this in mind, ConfoFeet was only selling in the USA, so there were like markets like UK, Australia, Canada that were untapped, essentially. And this is one of the biggest like tips I can give you guys, and this is like sauce, is to sell products that are untapped on these markets that your like big competitor isn't selling in. So USA is already proven to work, and it's like a 99% chance that it will work in the UK, and you can just take this opportunity. So that's essentially what I did. USA was proven to work for ConfoFeet, and they weren't selling in the UK, and I just simply marketed towards people in the UK. So super easy. And third, there were many angles and avatars that I could sell this product towards. So for example, neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and a bonus is basically if the product solves a problem or pain. And if it does, it's a huge bonus because people want to spend money to solve their problems or pains. It's a big problem that people have. And then fourth, big total addressable market, which means that there are many people to market this product towards, and also a clear product line expansion. In other words, I can expand this product to other shoes, other designs. And then fifth, it was mentor approved. So basically, if you guys don't know, I'm in Alex Chen's mentorship, and Alex's cousin Jing is my one-to-one coach. So I just texted him this product, and he approved it and gave me some of his thoughts. And yeah, like Jing has done many like millions dropshipping himself. So, and he has like brands as well doing 10K days and etc. So he knows his stuff. So it was like approved by him. So then comes the part where we actually have to build a Shopify store, and this is actually quite easy. And this is my website, footpierce.com. You guys can see, and I simply copied my competitor. And because in the beginning, my competitor is basically confofeed.com, right? And I just copied them because they're already, their site is already proven to work, and because they're making a lot of money, right? So the best thing to do, at least in the beginning, is to copy them and improve and make tweaks. So let's say there were some misspells or errors, then you of course improve it. Or let's say based on market research, that this X problem isn't the biggest one, then tweak it and switch out that problem to something else. Yeah. And a software that I recommend you guys to use is heatmap.com, and it basically shows you let's say product pictures, right? And you can basically see, it tracks what the visitor is clicking on. And let's say if product picture 5 is getting the most clicks and is generating the most amount of revenue, then you want to, then with heat map you can see it. Without heat map you would never see it, right? So then you just put product picture 5 ahead and maybe put it as product picture 2 and see how that goes. So that's how you maximize your revenue. And then, yeah, that was the Shopify store. In the beginning, just copy it, honestly. And then testing phase. And I like to do $100 per day for 3 days. And this is obviously meta ads. So meta ads, $100 budget per day. If you don't have that, $50 per day. But $100 is the best, because then it spends enough and you get enough data to make a conclusion and decision. So $100 per day for 3 days. So that would be $300. And the like many people worry about the what kind of structure you have in the campaign, but what matters more is your store, and most importantly your creatives. So if you have shit creatives, nothing will save you, because it's the marketing and it's the first thing that your customers will see, right? So if your marketing sucks, nobody will ever land in your store, you know. So campaign structure isn't that important, but I just had an AAC campaign, obviously towards UK, and then one ad set only, and I just filled that ad set up with 10 to 15 ads creatives. And I like to do a large variety in formats, angles, and avatars, which includes both videos and statics. And here are some examples. For example, 14 days to relieve neuropathy. And here I targeted plantar fasciitis. And here it was a more weight loss angle, where um, people often have, with neuropathy, they have pain, right, and can't walk a lot. And they've, got some. Got bigger, and they want to walk again. And with these shoes, with the help of these shoes, they can walk comfortably again. So that was basically another angle. So, and the reason why we want to have a lot of variety in these formats and angles is because we want to see, if you shoot your bullets wide enough, and maybe something will stick in the wall. And that wasn't the best explanation, but you just increase your chances of something actually hitting, right? So that's the reason as to why I want to do as many angles in as many formats, and avatars as well, to see what actually works, and double down on the things that's working. For example, this ad, this, I'm not saying that it was a winner, but let's say if this specific creative actually worked and got a lot of spend and had good ROAS, right? Then I want to double down on this specific ad and create variation, iterations on it, because if something's working, you just make iterations and split test, and that's gonna give you the highest chance of something working again. Okay, and here there were some examples of formats and angles that I use. For example, UGC, which is typical, one of the best formats. Basically, usually a person talking about your product, and how it has helped them. And then 4 week transformation, which is basically like, oh, I used these shoes for 4 weeks, and here's what happened. Or the educational doctor speaking, which positions the person as an authority, doctor, and then educating people on the problem that they're having, and then selling our product. And then classic problem solution video as well. And I was profitable in the first moment, and after that I just scaled. And this is how I scaled, basically. Creatives and better offer, that's everything, guys. That's how I scale. So with offers, I want to say that you always gotta A/B test your offers. So basically A and B, and A stands for, like, the first option, and B the second. And then it basically sends 50% of your traffic to A, and the other 50% of the traffic to option B. And for this, I want to use I use Kaching Bundle, which is basically an app on Shopify. And then after I'm doing $1,000 per day, I want to test landing pages as well. Many people don't know this, and gurus will never tell you this, but LPs, landing pages, you want to test that. And basically, it's some examples are advertorials and listicles. And the reason is because like I'm gonna rant for too long now, but let's say an ad that's in the problem aware stage. So this person knows about the problems, but they aren't like the most eager to buy your product, right? So if they saw your ad and they're problem aware, in the ad you talk about how they have a problem and state your product as the solution, right? They aren't that ready to buy it. So if you send them directly from that ad to a generic product page, then they aren't in that buying mood and they won't buy essentially, or at least the majority. But if you send them to instead a landing page, a listicle, for example, then a listicle is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points, and for each point, you say something, and it's tailored to that specific ad. So let's say that ad was about plantar fasciitis, which is basically this foot pain, right? And then for the listicle, then you tailor that. So it would say, plantar fasciitis. Do you have plantar fasciitis, for example, as the title, and then for the points, it would be plantar fasciitis specific and related. So if you send them first to a landing page, such as that listicle, then they will understand more and they will be more warmed up, and then after the landing page, we send them to the product page. So it would say in the listicle like, oh, get this product now to help your plantar fasciitis, for example, and then we send them to the product page. So now they're more warmed up and they're ready to buy. This is fucking sauce, guys. If you're doing more than 1K a day, do this, implement it. So yeah, back to the video. I tested 6 creatives every 2 to 3 days. So basically 6 new creatives every 2 to 3 days. And I was primarily spamming iterations, which I basically talked about more before, changing the hook especially. So let's say I found a winning video and then I basically change the hook, make 3 variations of the initial video and only change the hook. So 3 hooks, and I test the hooks and maybe one will hit, and work. So boom, I just found a new winning ad. Or let's say if I had a winning video, right, and I look at the metrics in Ads Manager, and I see that the hold rate is bad. Well, then I'll obviously iterate on improving the hold rate, And then second, testing new creatives just based on market and customer research. And this is basically, I have a document with like 30 pages of market and customer research, which I do with the help of ChatGPT using prompts. But essentially, you can, do the market research also on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, niche forums, Facebook groups, and etc. And, you want to know what you're testing, right? So always do creatives based on marketing customer research. That way, you know your customers better, and you're not just saying some random generic shit. And that's the differentiating factor from successful and unsuccessful advertisers. It's basically the market and customer research, guys. I'm telling you, all these gurus out here, they don't know what they're doing, and this is the honest truth. And then thirdly, I used the growth guide, which basically is like I have this Google Sheets, and if you ain't tracking, you're slacking, as I always say. So you gotta track what you're doing, and that way you can keep track of everything and you know what works and what doesn't. So I like to have the ad concept, format, avatar, which is basically who you're selling to, mass desire, what's the desire behind this ad, what are they trying to fulfill, and then awareness level. I'm not going to go too deep into this. I've talked about this in other videos, but just search up if you don't know awareness levels, you're cooked, buddy. And then I like to always say, like, why am I creating this video, and why does it give me the confidence that it will actually improve overall performance. And then I also have ad type, imitation. Basically, you imitate an ad, or ideation. You come up with an angle, and based on market and customer research. And then I also have the iteration, which is basically when you iterate on an ad. And then ad format, test result, winning or losing ad. obviously you're gonna get more losing ads than winning ads, and then month tested. So, as always, track your ad hit rate. I have another page on this like sheet with which I track my ad hit rate. Let me know if you guys want this sheet. This is fucking cheat code. If you want this sheet, comment down below something. I want this sheet or something. Just comment it down below, and maybe I'll give you guys the well, yeah. And fourth, complete your feedback loops, and it literally analyzes your video. Google AI Studio, guys. If you guys made this far, you guys deserve this fucking gem. Google AI Studios, guys. Use this to complete your feedback loops. And what do I mean by feedback loops? Well, feedback loops are basically when you make an ad, did it go well? Okay, it was a winning ad. Well, how can I learn from this winning ad so that I can apply it to my future ads? Or, oh, this was a losing ad. Okay, what was the bad parts about this video? And let me learn from this, from the mistakes so that I don't do it in future videos, right? So that's how you complete feedback loops. And if you upload it to Google AI Studio, it will literally watch through your entire video and give you feedback. Apps to gem. And here are some things to ask yourself. Pause if you want to. And okay, now let's talk about the issues that I had with this product. First and foremost, if you have a doctor in your ad, you'll get many rejected ads, and that was the first issue. And many rejected ads means that it will highly increase the likelihood of you getting your ad account banned. And if you get your ad account banned, you're basically back to zero. And another thing is that neuropathy is a very touchy subject, and it's a gray area. And sometimes if go too far, Meta will reject your ads, which again ties back to ad account bans. And also the shoe was not that good of a quality. And as I in the beginning when I picked the product, I didn't know that shoes couldn't cure neuropathy. Literally nothing can cure neuropathy. So I felt bad selling the product because I was kind of scamming people. I was saying stuff like, oh, if you get this shoe, neuropathy will go away or something. So obviously I didn't feel good. Sell only quality products. That's what I learned. And the shoe wasn't the best quality as well. I got complaints, 1-star reviews. Some were 3-star reviews. It was comfy, yeah, but majority weren't that happy with the product. So yeah, that will not be good long term. So here was the first ad account ban. You can see that I was doing 3K pounds days, which is basically over 4K per day. And then yeah, ad account ban after too many rejected ads. It was around 5 rejected ads. Ad account ban, boom, back to zero. And luckily I got insiders in the Meta, and I had to pay some money, and I got back the ad account, and I was off for a few days. And then yeah, as you guys can see, I was back and then scaling, but then Facebook profile ban, and that's when I knew this won't work long term, and fuck this shit. So that's why I'm not running this product anymore, because of the issues and the constant bans. That's why. But this is a winning product, and obviously if you want to run this, I think it's still a good opportunity. And as I'm aware, nobody's running this product in Australia, I think. So that's a blue ocean market. But anyways, this is still an opportunity for you guys. But I'm not gonna run this product anymore. And so the last thing that I wanna talk about are the learnings and my biggest takeaways from running this product that made me over $60,000 revenue. And first and foremost, sell an actual good product, and it will go a long way, and you will get repeat purchases and a higher lifetime value, LTV, and you'll deal less with ad account issues and so on and so forth, because you get happy customers, and Meta sees that as well. And also pick a market which is not sketchy. So neuropathy is kind of sketchy niche, and I would honestly stay away with doctor stuff, because rejected ads are normal. And then I'll personally avoid sizing products as well, like clothing and shoes, because you don't know how many emails I've got from my customers saying that they ordered a wrong size shoe, and there's like all these issues because Chinese sizes and UK sizes, US sizes as well, if you're sending to the USA. So sizing is a fucking headache. Obviously, if you can solve it, great. But just keep in mind that if you're selling a sizing a related product, you will always deal with these stuff, and the return rate will be high. And then always test offers, which I didn't make in the beginning, and there's always something to improve on, and you can always make more money. So always A/B test on Kaching. Holy shit! Yeah, this is exactly how I made $60,000 with this fucking shoe here. Footpairs.com. Search it up. But yeah, this was a full case study, and I really appreciate it if you actually watch uh, this far, and I appreciate that truly. I hope you guys learned something from this long ass case study video, but very saucy. And lastly, guys, I'm gonna be honest, without the help of my mentors, which I gotta give a huge shout out to, this wouldn't be possible. I would be stuck testing, random shit. And this strategy that I'm teaching you today is the full on full, one-on-one strategy that my mentors Alex Chen and Jing, his cousin Jing, is using to make over 40 million, $50 million from their own e-com stores. So if you don't know Alex Chen, he's my mentor and he's taught me everything. And he has a YouTube channel as well, if you don't know already. But he has this e-com brand called Bright Sports, which is selling like glowing soccer balls. But yeah, and if you guys are interested in that, let me know, and I can help you guys on that. But let me know. Please like this video and comment down below what you guys want to see next, and please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, guys. And that's it. Peace out, guys.